Welcome to Learning Styles, a slide presentation in APA format. We're going to discuss APA and learning styles at the same time, so it may be a little bit confusing, but bear with it. This is an introduction page that I would use for a PowerPoint presentation using APA formatting. You'll notice I have the title, the name of who created it, and the college course that I'm doing this for, along with the university and the professor whom I will turn this into. So your introduction page is very similar to your research paper page. I have key points laid out in the beginning. We're going to look at learning styles, VARC in particular, and then look at some references and how to list them using VARC. This is a good place to introduce graphics, and the graphics I'm using on this page are clip art and they're open source, so I don't require a citation for them. The learning styles we're going to look at, that I looked at, are VARC and the Learning Style Inventory by Bixler, and the Learning Styles Questionnaire by Solomon and Felder. I decided on VARC because I have used it most often, and I'm most comfortable with it. I also supplied here where I found these particular learning style assessments, the search engine, and the key point. These are not required by APA, but I just do those in a presentation to help the audience be able to replicate my findings. If I play this right, we'll have a video come up here in a second. And the video is going to have a background of VARC. So, let's hope it works this time.
Well, I was a teacher, have been a teacher all my life, and I had some worrying questions about why some students didn't learn with the best of teachers, and why some students did learn with teachers who you would argue were not doing the right things in terms of good teaching technologies. And I thought that there has to be some clue to why this should happen, because it defies logic in a way. And so VARC was born from that, because I thought maybe the clue lies in something to do with their preferences for the way they like information to come into them, and the way in which students and teachers prefer to put out to the world. So it's if you like, it's a communication questionnaire.
Now that has, the YouTube has a really good closed caption on it if you want to go to the site and listen to the closed caption. I do prefer VARC because it's multimodal. The results, students can wrap around it better. There's a certain amount of research that has been done about the validity of VARC, and I list a quote here that says preliminary support for the validity of VARC scores, so that's encouraging. And I use this with students by having them take the assessment and then compare it to how they study, and then try to make adapt the process in which they're trying to study. On this slide, I do show an in-text citation for the quote, and this is how you would do it: author and the year. Visual is one of the VARC learning styles, and the strategies are lecturers who gesture, flowcharts, and underlining with different colors for note-taking. On the slide, we also have a graphic that had a copyright that I needed to cite. So this is how you would cite a graphic that's copywritten. A figure 1, visual, and then retrieve from yada yada. In addition, these are paraphrases, so I show you how to do a paraphrase in-text citation also. Strategies for auditory are to attend class, to discuss the topic with others in a study group, and to be able to explain your ideas to others. Learn to teach it. You'll really learn the material at that point. Read-write strategies are, lists, dictionaries, textbooks, handouts, anything that you can read and write. Create your own handouts. I used to create my own test each time I went through a chapter. So those are some strategies for read-write. Kinesthetic is the last one, and that's learning by doing. You use all of your senses on this, your touch, your sight, your smell, your hearing. You go to labs and you do field trips. Very active. Here are references. There's a lot going on this page, so I advise you to go to the online library to look for examples of APA reference list citations. And finally, be sure that you put these in alphabetical order by the author last name. Here are some examples of other types of references: a book, a journal with a DOI, and DOI is this number right here, and that stands for a digital object identifier. Each one of them has a different way of being displayed for VARC, or for APA. So that's the presentation. Happy presenting, and thank you for listening.